What's going on, guys? Fat Leonardo back again with another video. This one right here is Team Builder, first one I've done so far for my battle against Noah. And on the right, as you see, I've got the two teams. And I've got Lando, Gothitog, Gardevoir, Chestnut Blaziken, Avalok, Mega Camerupt, Gengar, Scolipede, Raichu, Melodic. He's got Sylveon, Rotom Wash, Roserade, Chandelure, Hitmontop, Mismagius, Mega Sharpedo, Excadrill, Latios, Flygon, and Kecleon. So, the first thing I saw when I looked over this team was that Scolipede completely destroys him. The only thing that doesn't get OHKO'd by Scolipede is Rotom, Hitmontop, Mismagius, and Flygon. And Flygon is, if Flygon's got no HP investment, it's about a 25% chance to OHKO. So just 3 of his mons don't get OHKO by Scolipede. So going into this, I'm like, okay, let's get Scolipede to sweep him because that just seems reasonable. And after all the speed boosts I get, it's just gonna sweep everything, even Scarfers. So what I decided to do is build around that. Let me just show you the Scolipede set. It's got Protect, Mega Horn, Earthquake, Poison Jab. Now that is the coverage that I need for his team. Hit Sylveon with Poison Jab, Mega Horn for the Rotom. Again, it doesn't kill Rotom and Rotom burns, so I have another way to take care of Rotom. Mega Horn for Roserade, Earthquake for Chandelure. Nothing for Hitmontop, but again, I have to get rid of Hitmontop. Mismagius. Also, nothing really for Mismagius because Mismagius takes any hit, which is, again, why I plan to get rid of Mismagius. Mega Horn for Sharpedo, Earthquake for Excadrill, Mega Horn for Latias, Mega Horn for Flygon, Mega Horn for Kecleon. So, it really, really does a number to his team, and yeah, I decided to build around that. So, the first thing I wanted to do was get a Mon that or a mon or a combination of mons that beat Rotom Wash, Hitmontop, and Mismagius. Now, this is insane because this is a set I never expected to run. I never expected anybody to run. I didn't think this was a set I was ever going to see. You know, I was joking before the season about using a Specs, Blaspher, and Blaziken. Because it would be fun. But now, as my main Rotom Wash answer, and I hope he leads with it. I'm playing for that lead matchup. I want him to lead Rotom Wash because I'm going to lead with my modest Specs Chestnut. If he is physically defensive, I fire off an Energy Ball and one-shot the Rotom. I also have the necessary speed investment to outspeed. I think it is a 12 or 16 speed Rotom. So I speed crep the Rotom, and I have a move that's going to one-shot it. Now, he's not going to expect that at all. He's going to either Volt Switch, because he predicts me to switch, or maybe he's going to Will-O-Wisp me to just cripple me. He could want to switch because maybe I have Lum, so he Volt Switches, because Rotom naturally outspeeds. So I'm hoping to catch him here with this Jack Rackham and destroy him. Now, the second mon that I need to get rid of is Mismagius. If Mismagius is max HP, I've got Frenzy Plant right here. Yeah, Frenzy Plant. If Mismagius is max HP, Frenzy Plant does not one-shot, which is the ideal scenario for me because if I do kill the Mismagius, he can bring in a Mon and set up a sub on me, which really wouldn't be great. I have ways to deal with anyone that wants to set up a sub on me, but it would essentially mean I lose a Mon, which isn't horrible, because I do, it still gets me to Scolipede sweeping, but if I can avoid that, that would be great. So if Mismagius is max HP, it lives a Modest Specs Frenzy Plant, which is what I want, because I want to hit him with a Modest Specs Frenzy Plant, die the next turn, all of a sudden he's in Scolipede range. So, Rotom and Mismagius taken care of. Only One Mon stops the sweep now. Hitmontop. As soon as Hitmontop hits the field, I am going into this. My Trick Scarf Nico Robin. Because I'm just going to come in on him. Hitmontop doesn't get any dark coverage. He might get Shadow Claw. I haven't even checked that, but he probably doesn't. So his moves don't do anything to me. So I'm just going to start firing off Psyshocks. And I think if he's not fully physically defensive, Psyshock is a 2-hit KO. Meanwhile, he's about a 4-hit KO. So in any case, I get him down to Scolipede range. Now, if he switched out to preserve the Intimidate to prevent Scolipede sweeping, that would be great. But to switch out, he has to kill me first. So I've got everyone on my team outspeeds Hitmontop, so I can just revenge kill him easily. So in any case, Gothitelle gets it so low that he can't do anything. And if he wants to switch out, I would bring in my Lando, my Scarf Lando, to revenge kill him. U-turn will finish it off after the Psyshocks. And if he does want to switch to preserve it, I'm clicking U-turn and I'm gaining initiative, going into somebody that I want. So that's how I'm going to deal with Hitmontop, with Rotom Wash, and with Mismagius. So there's one more potential problem. If Sylveon is fully physically defensive, it lives a Poison Jab, which is why I have rocks on my Blackbeard, because I want to wear it down just to be safe here, just to really, really be safe. I don't want to lose to physically defensive Sylveon, because that could catch me off guard and prevent the sweep. So, got rocks on Lando, even though he's scarfed. Now, Lando is just like a damage, rock setter, suicide, U-turn mon. He was like my 6th mon. Again, so many weeks, Lando is just my 6th mon, and I just put a random set on him because I just don't really know what to do, because he doesn't really fit a specific mold for a team. He just destroys things, as you saw against Mike when I had Jolly Lando with Earth Power. That was something. But if I could explode on the Sylveon, that definitely puts it in range of a Poison Jab, no matter if it's, Kebia Berry or if it's max HP, max defense. And I don't expect it to be Kebia Berry. I think Sylveon really benefits from its item, whether it's leftovers or choice specs. I don't think it would be Kebia Berry. Because if it's a Wish Protect set, you gain not only the 50% from Wish, but the 6.5 plus 6.5, so it's 12 because it's 6% because Pokemon rounds down. So you gain the 12% in addition to the 50% because you spend a turn wishing and one protecting, so that's another 12%. So you heal a total of 62, so it's really good. So I would expect them to run either that or choice specs. U-turn, earthquake, explosion, rocks. Pretty simple. Just gonna, destroy some things. It's a good answer to Chandelure in case Chandelure is scarfed, I guess. It beats Roserade. It probably beats Mismagius. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't beat Mismagius. It probably beats Excadrill one-on-one. Probably beats Sharpedo. Does damage to a Latias. Oh, this is actually really key. I'm worried about his Latias being Tanga Berry to stop my Scolipede sweep, which is why I want a U-turn on it, so that I either pop the Tanga Berry or find out that he's not Tanga Berry. In either case, it's fine. Because if he goes Tanga Berry to stop the sweep, then he stops the sweep because he'll live a Mega Horn, and there's nothing I will do about it because he's just gonna hit me with a Psychic and I'm done. Sweep over. And another way I'm trying to prevent this is Magic Room Gothitelle, because what Magic Room does is for 5 turns, every Pokemon's item is it loses its effect. So my Scolopede's Life Orb will lose its effect, so I'll have to watch out for that. But Latias will also lose its Tanga Berry effect. So in a super late game, as Nico Robin's Dying Wish, I can click Magic Room, have it go down, and if everything else is in Scully's sweep range, including Latias, and it does end up having a Tangaberry, I still kill it, and I still sweep. So that's that. Now, forgot to tell I also have Trick for the Sylveon, because I want to give it a Scarf, because it's better for Sylveon to have a Scarf than Specs or Leftovers, for me, of course. So, yeah, that's one way to cripple it. And, in case it is Kebby Berry, I can get rid of that Kebby Berry. So, why do I have Mirror Coat? I don't know. I actually don't know why I have Mirror Coat. What's he got on his team? Sylveon, Rotom, Wash, Roserade, Chandelure. I mean, I don't know. It's not for any reason, really. It's just there. Because I didn't know what else to put on. So, next mon is Anne Bonnie the Melodic. Now, this is my, this is pretty much my, like, Chestnut Frenzy Plan insurance, because what happens is I hit something with a Frenzy Plant that goes down, Chestnut lives, something comes in, sets up a sub on me as I spend a turn recharging. Then I bring in Anne Bonnie and click Haze, so that if something's just setting up, I eliminate all the stat changes and we're back to square one. If something sets up a sub, I mean, that's going to be a really crazy stall, because I'll have to break the sub and keep clicking Haze to get rid of the all the boosts, which is why I said if it comes down to somebody setting up a sub, I'm gonna have to do that, switch into a mon, pop the sub, probably die, and then revenge kill whoever set up the sub. So it'll cost me a mon, but at the same time, I do still slowly get to an end goal, because with Chestnut killing something with Frenzy Plant, and me revenge killing something that sets up a sub, that's 2 mons gone. There are only 3 mons on his team that stop the sweep. And, if he... It's basically just I kill more mons. I pick off more mons, and it's beneficial to me even if I lose one, because we move ever so closer to the end goal of sweeping the Scolipede. If I miss a Mega Horn at a crucial moment, that is going to suck, because there's nothing I can do. I need Mega Horn this week for the damage. I can't use Poison Jab, so it's going to be really bad if I miss. I hope I don't. If Latias skillfully dodges a Mega Horn, that would really, really suck. But it wouldn't be the absolute end of the world, because I do have another way I can win. It's Lando. Lando just comes in and wrecks things. But no, actually, I do have another mon that I can use to kind of sweep if everything is really worn down, and that is my Doflamingo. I should actually change that. Sludge Bomb, not Sludge Wave, because this is an Endure Sludge Bomb Shadow Ball Focus Blast Gengar. This has the coverage to beat Sylveon, do serious damage to Rotom, serious damage to Roserade, beat Chandelure, serious damage to Hitmontop, beat Mismagius, beat Sharpedo, beat Excadrill, do serious damage to Latias, serious damage to Flygon, and beat Kecleon. With a 110 speed, it's the fastest thing. It's the fastest thing on both these teams, I believe. No, Scolipede, but it's faster than anything on his team except Latias, who had speed ties. Now I don't want to risk a speed tie, so I have a Salak Berry. He goes for Psychic. I go for Endure. I go to 1 HP and I get into Salak range. Now, I'd be at 1 HP, so I have to, at this point, it's essentially a Choice Scarf, Timid Choice Scarf with 3 attacks. So, what I'd have to do here is watch out for his priority. Priority in Mega Sharpedo, Hitmontop, and Kecleon. I plan to have Hitmontop out of the picture very fast. I'm hoping he doesn't bring Mega Sharpedo, but if he does, I'm hoping with the offensive team I'm bringing that he doesn't really have much of an opportunity to switch it in. So, without it getting worn down at least, and Aqua Jet, yeah, would be a problem for me. So I'm hoping he doesn't bring Sharpedo. And then Kecleon, I didn't really plan for, but Lando basically destroys Kecleon. as the Scolipede. So I've got 2 Mons, even Jack. Oh, you know what? Kecleon probably takes a Frenzy Plant, but yeah, Blackbeard and Scolipede just destroy Kecleon. So that one of his priority options is going to be gone. I will trap it with Gothitelle and remove it. Sharpedo can be a problem, but Sharpedo does not outspeed Scarflando because you have to Mega Evolve turn 1 here, so he doesn't get any of the boosts from Sharpedo, which makes me wonder why he even got it. I don't understand. And then Kecleon, I will just have to hope I somehow take care of if he does bring it. So that is the plan. I plan to sweep with Scolipede, take out his Mons with Nico Robin, surprise Jack Rackham set, and Bonnie is also a general special wall, takes a Hyper Voice from a Sylveon, takes anything from a Rotom. Doesn't take a Leaf Storm very well from a Roserade, but that's what Mirror Code's for. Now I didn't prefer Sleep Powder Roserade. I really hope he doesn't bring that. I guess Jack Rackham would be my switch there if I'm predicting it, but I just hope that doesn't happen. Takes anything from Chandelure. If Chandelure wants to come in on Jack Rackham and set up a sub, I don't care because Anne Bonnie with Haze beats any kind of sub Calm Mind, Chandelure, no matter what his spread is. And Hitmontop, Nico Robin beats Hitmontop. Miss Magius, yeah, and Bonnie Walls Miss Magius, and Bonnie Walls Latias. So it walls every single one of his special attackers, except if it's I think Spec Sylveon. If he's Spec Sylveon, I have to pretty much go into Gengar, fire off a Sludge Wave. So with the offensive nature of this team, I don't really have that many good switch-ins. I only really have one actual wall, which is Melodic. So, I mean, I've got no switch-in really for Excadrill, no switch-in really for Sharpedo. Good thing his team's really specially offensive. I've got no switch-in to Flygon, although I feel like Anne Bonnie would wall Flygon anyway. Anne Bonnie, it takes U-turns. Jack Rackham takes Earthquakes, Blackbeard takes Earthquakes, Doflamingo takes Earthquakes. So I don't have switch-ins, but I've got good types among my team that I can, if I predict right, I can pull a good switch. So, yeah, basically, Nico Robin just to trap and eliminate some threats, and Bonnie special wall, and a bit of the Chestnut insurance, and then Jack Rackham for that modest specs energy ball, and then Frenzy Plan if I get an opportunity. I've got Focus Blast, but I don't really see myself clicking it. It only really hits Excadrill, so I'm probably not going to click it. Doflamingo with Endure Salak, which would help me outspeed his whole team and do serious damage. Now I've not run the calc on how much my Gengar does to a Latias if it's especially defensive. So I'm actually gonna do that right now. Gengar. What's the set? Blank says do 252, 252, Timid, Shadow Ball. I assume it does about 60% to a fully specially defensive Latias. Leftovers. Okay, so it does. Oh my god, even less than I thought. It does to a fully specially defensive. It does 43 to 51. That is insane. So I'll have to have it really worn down for Shadow Ball to do anything. I'll be able to find out its spread pretty quickly. If it's physically defensive, which he could be, then it does 57 to 68. Oh god, this is not good. If he's offensive, then it does 69 to 82. Oh man, Latias is fat. So Gengar, very opportunistic Pokemon this week. Scolipede, my win condition, gonna sweep. Blackbeard to U-turn on things. Explode on something if I have a chance. Earthquake, set up rocks. Chestnut also has spikes, so if I find myself in a position where I only really need to click spikes, then I can do that. Yeah, so that's the team. Flygon, I think I have a good chance to one-shot with Scolipede if I get rocks up. So that's the plan. I'm really excited to do that turn 1 energy ball on the Rotom. That would really put me in a great position. So really hope that works. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you at the battle, which will be in an hour and a half. I friggin' can't wait.